In today's video, I'm excited to explore a significant change in my lifestyle, why I decided to stop visiting big cities, and why you might want to reconsider your urban habits too. As remote work becomes more prevalent and the cost of living in urban areas continues to rise, many are finding that the hustle and bustle of city life may not be worth the trade-offs. Join me as I delve into the numerous benefits of a more suburban or rural lifestyle, from improved quality of life and access to nature to better health and wellness, community connections, and educational opportunities. Let's examine the changing landscape of living and how it could positively impact you. 1. The rise of remote work. The way we work has changed dramatically in the last few years, and big cities no longer hold the same allure for career seekers as they once did. According to a 2024 report by FlexJobs, a whopping 30% of the workforce is now fully remote. This has opened up a world of possibilities for people who used to feel tied down to urban centers just to maintain their jobs. With video meetings and cloud platforms, many are discovering they can work just as effectively from a small town as from a high-rise. The pressure to commute, pay for parking, or squeeze onto crowded trains has lifted for millions. This freedom has shifted priorities, with more people choosing locations for lifestyle rather than just employment. The ripple effect has been huge, changing where people want to live, shop, and spend their leisure time. As cities lose their monopoly on opportunity, the question becomes, why put up with the hassles of the urban grind at all? 2. Cost of living concerns. The price tag for city living seems to climb higher every year, and it's no secret that urban areas are some of the most expensive places to live. A 2023 study from the Economic Policy Institute made it crystal clear. Costs in big cities are 20 to 30% higher than in rural areas. That means more of your paycheck disappears just to cover basics like housing, groceries, and transportation. Places like San Francisco and New York have seen housing prices skyrocket, making home ownership a distant dream for many. Rents, too, have climbed to dizzying heights, forcing some to take on extra roommates or downsize into tiny apartments. Meanwhile, suburban and rural areas have become much more attractive, offering more space and a lower cost of living. This shift has sparked a surge of people looking to escape the financial pressures of city life. Every dollar goes further outside the city, and that's hard to ignore. 3. Quality of life improvements. Living away from the hustle and bustle of big cities can bring a noticeable improvement in quality of life. A 2024 survey by the National Association of Realtors found that 65% of those in suburban areas were more satisfied with their living conditions compared to city dwellers. People often mention the peace and quiet, cleaner air, and more room to breathe, both literally and figuratively. Streets are less crowded, and there's a sense of safety that's hard to find in densely packed neighborhoods. Even daily routines, like going for a walk or running errands, feel less stressful. It's easier to form relationships with neighbors and become part of a community. All these factors add up, leading many to believe that life outside big cities is just better. 4. Environmental consideration. Concerns about climate change and environmental impact have made many rethink city living. Urban areas, with their endless traffic and towering buildings, often mean higher energy consumption and a bigger carbon footprint. A 2025 study by the World Resources Institute revealed that living in the suburbs can cut an individual's carbon footprint by as much as 30% compared to life in a big city. In smaller communities, it's often easier to adopt green practices like composting, gardening, or using renewable energy. Fewer cars on the road and less industrial activity translate to cleaner air and quieter streets. The growing interest in sustainability has become a strong motivator for moving away from urban centers. For some, the chance to live more lightly on the earth is reason enough to make the change. 5. Health and wellness. Health and wellness are top of mind for many people these days, and it turns out that city life isn't always the healthiest choice. The CDC's 2023 report found that urban residents have higher rates of stress-related illnesses, including anxiety and depression. The constant noise, cramped living spaces, and fast pace can take a physical and mental toll. In contrast, People living in less crowded areas reported lower levels of anxiety and improved overall well-being. Having access to green spaces, fresh air, and quieter surroundings makes it easier to relax and focus on self-care. People in rural and suburban areas also tend to be more physically active, simply because it's easier to get outside. This focus on health is pushing more people to consider leaving city life behind. 6. Access to nature. It's hard to overstate how important nature is to our happiness. A 2024 study in the Journal of Environmental Psychology found that living near green spaces boosts happiness and slashes stress. In big cities, parks can be few and far between, or crowded and noisy when you do find them. Outside urban centers, there's often easy access to forests, rivers, and wide open spaces. It's possible to go for a hike, swim in a lake, or just sit under a tree without jostling for room. This daily connection to nature brings peace, perspective, and joy. Even something as simple as hearing birdsong instead of car horns can make a day feel brighter. For many, the call of the wild is impossible to resist. 7. Community and connection. Big cities are packed with people, yet loneliness runs rampant. The 2023 Pew Research Center survey showed that 40% of urban residents feel lonely, despite being surrounded by crowds. In smaller towns, people tend to know their neighbors and look out for each other. It's easier to make friends, join local groups, and get involved in community events. There's a sense of belonging that can be hard to find in a city, where everyone seems to be rushing from place to place. This deeper connection is one of the things people cherish most when they leave urban life behind. Whether it's a helping hand during tough times, or just a friendly wave, community matters. 8. Safety and security. Safety is a major concern for anyone deciding where to live. The FBI's 2024 crime statistics report shows that big cities still have higher crime rates than rural areas. From petty theft to violent crime, the risk is simply greater in crowded urban environments. For families, in particular, the idea of living somewhere safer is a huge draw. There's peace of mind that comes from knowing your kids can play outside or walk to school without worry. Even adults report feeling more relaxed and secure in smaller communities. This sense of safety is one of the most powerful reasons people leave city life behind. 9. Educational opportunities. While cities have long boasted top-notch schools, there's a quiet revolution happening in rural and suburban education. The National Center for Education Statistics 2023 report shows rural schools investing in new programs, technology, and partnerships with local businesses. Students are getting hands-on experience and opportunities that rival what's available in the city. Smaller class sizes mean more individual attention and a closer relationship between teachers and families. Parents are increasingly reassured that their kids can get a great education without the costs and challenges of city life. This shift is changing the game for families thinking about where to put down roots. 10. The future of urban living. Big cities aren't standing still. The Urban Land Institute's 2025 report highlights how many urban centers are becoming more livable, adding green spaces, improving public transportation, and focusing on sustainability. Cities are trying to attract residents back by making life greener, cleaner, and more connected. There's a push for better community engagement and smarter city design. However, even with these improvements, the pull of quieter, more affordable, and healthier living outside the city remains strong for many. The landscape of where and how we live is changing, and it's anyone's guess where it will go next.